What's up, YouTube? This is Spectre here. I am here with my buddy Nelson. We are going to be doing the first video I've done in too long, like 4 years or something like that. Um, the state of the meta on Duel Links for going into December of what year are we in? 2017.
Yes, sir.
It's terrible. I almost said 2018. Oh, this is off to a great start. So, hey, you know what? If these decks are still meta in 2018, like December 2018, then we have a problem.
Yeah, if Konami continues the way they are, Cyber Angels will still be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you already brought up Cyber Angels, so I mean, let's start with that. I mean, I've said to you before in private that I think Cyber Angels are a glass cannon. I feel like they either blow you out or they brick, and there's no middle ground to it. I mean, what do you think, though?
I agree with you, but the fact is that pretty much almost every single card in their deck has synergy with each other. It doesn't break very often.
In my experience, at least, it bricks a lot more than you would think, especially with the limitation of Machine Angel Ritual. But I also only have two Absolute Rituals, so that could be an issue.
Well, it never bricked against me. I'll tell you that.
I will say that in the KC Cup, I bricked a lot more than my opponents bricked. So it might just be that I'm missing that third Absolute Ritual. But I've actually recently cut down my Dakinis down to two, to try to play it like a bit more defensively, to play more towards the mid game, and it's kind of helped.
Yeah, I don't think that's too bad because three bikinis is not necessary.
Yeah, because like I never want to draw Dakini. I mean, I would rather search out with Benten or Petite Angel than draw into it.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but I mean, what would you say are some weaknesses to the deck? I mean, like right off the bat, Econ just kind of shuts the deck down.
Yeah, Econ definitely shits on the entire deck. But the only real weakness they really have is the bricking and the econ. Like they don't really have any hard counters. And
Yeah.
the way Duel Links is, if you do make a deck that hard counter Cyber Angels, you're gonna lose to every other deck. So it's kind of like
Yeah, but
Cyber Angels has like a free reign right now.
yeah, but that can also be like a meta call. Like I know in the KC Cup, I think it was actually in part two. I ran into a couple decks that were specifically designed to counter Cyber Angels. Like every single card in that deck just fucked with Cyber Angels. There was like three Divine Wraths I ran into, three three Econs, Magic Drains, Magic Jammers. Like it just seemed like the whole deck was designed to screw with it.
Yeah, Magic Drain definitely hurts.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
forbidden spell too. If you hit the absolute.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the deck has counters, but you can't make a deck out of the counters because, like you said, I mean, outside of like say the KC Cup, making a deck of counters isn't going to do anything for you. Um,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I,
I personally think Red Eyes is a better deck overall.
oh yeah, so do I. The Red Zombie variant especially. I mean I have Red Eyes listed as a platinum deck, but Red Zombie as like a top tier deck. Just
Yeah.
because the zombie deck I think is, especially with the limitation of vigilance. I mean we'll talk about Red Eyes in a minute, but with the limitation of vigilance, I think the zombie deck just kind of got so much further ahead. Because yeah, it lost one spirit, but that doesn't do much to the deck. It really doesn't.
Yeah, it makes the insight extremely inconsistent, but well, not extremely, but more inconsistent.
Yeah, but
So
I mean, I'm not sure how much of the TCG that you're still playing, but I mean, you play three Brilliant Fusion and one Garnet to just to get out your Brilliant Fusion, for the TCG. So I mean, yeah,
yeah, no, I know that.
it's a bit more inconsistent, but it's not like it's not the
Still
absolute
worth it.
worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that's
Although
why
I
people
must,
are playing. That's why people are playing cards like Ultimate Providence and stuff because you play a third insight just because you want to draw a first turn,
yeah,
and you know that third insight is always going to be dead, and for some reason I always draw the third insight, but
the
it's good to play like shit like Magic Jammer or Ultimate Providence because you can really use that dead card as your advantage.
the most painful hand I ever had. I was in like the level up game to get from level 19 to level 20 for the KC Cup, and I
Hmm.
opened with two insights and two spirits.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
cried.
I opened up with two insights, three red eyes, and then drew into my spirits. It was weird.
Oh, that sucks.
Or like no. Actually, I opened up with two spirits, three red eyes, and
Oh,
then
that's
I
even
drew
worse. I
and
mean,
then I drew into the insights.
that's even worse. Oh, that sucks.
I actually replayed it. Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, we already kind of touched on Red Eyes. But yeah, I mean, losing a spirit at least in vanilla Red Eyes, I don't think it's that bad because you have cards like Birthright in there that you can run as that third spirit. I mean, what do you think though? I haven't really played vanilla Red Eyes since the ban list change.
Well, I'm playing like the both of them, like the red eyes and red eye zombie with wyvern,
Hmm.
and I play Birthright, and Birthright's really good because I play Card of Redstone Eaters, I mean as well. So like
Hmm.
Birthright really combos well with that, and it's just yeah, I would say Birthright's really good with regular red eyes.
Yeah, I think that my old Red Eyes build, which again I haven't updated it yet. I think I played three cards of the Redstones in there. Where was it?
Hmm.
I can't even find it now. Holy crap.
Huh.
Give me a second here. I'm gonna find this. Um, this one? No, that's Sacred Chicken. Um, oh, there it is. I see it. Yeah, my old Red Eyes build, which again I still have three spirits and two vigilances in here, but I played three cards of Redstone, three insights, three spirits, and then three Red Eyes, two zombie dragons, two wyverns.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deck was incredibly consistent. But
Oh yeah.
but it was just kind of like outclassed, at least to me, by the zombie variant. With the Gozukis and stuff. But
Well, that's just because Kazuki is to me is like probably one of the best uh, single cards in the game.
oh yeah, I mean it's basically a one card engine by itself.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So
And then when you add crazy support cards like Bacon Saver and even like backup support like Samurai Skull, it's just
like what?
after even backup support like Samurai Skull,
Oh, like
adds
Samurai Skull, yeah,
another element to it.
yeah. I kind of consider Samurai Skull like the cheaper alternative to Gozuki. Um, because, I mean, granted, I don't remember what Samurai Skull does completely off the top of my head, but I think that when you summon it, that you can send a zombie from the deck to the graveyard. So it's essentially like a cheaper version of Gozuki that doesn't have as much utility.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good card though. So
Yeah, I
but
think so.
but
It's way easier to get.
oh yeah, but one deck that you brought to my mind that I completely forgot about when I sent you the list earlier today was Ancient Gears.
Oh, that deck.
I am
Cancer.
s- I am so surprised with how good that deck is because when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be trash because like every Ancient Gear monster except for like two of them require a tribute. So I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. And then I
Mm-hmm.
played against it. I'm like, wow, this is actually really freaking good.
Yeah, I agree. When I first seen Ancient Gears and I played the deck, I thought it was gonna be garbage. I'm just like, oh, this is not good at all. But then when people started playing it with Shards and Electro and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of back rows, and now they have Pulse Mine, and it just got better and better, and it beats out other control decks because they can't use their wall disruptions and mirror walls and shit
Yeah.
to protect their monsters. So
Yeah, and actually with the pulse mines, that might actually be the one thing that can kind of bring it up from tier. I kind of put it at tier 1.5. I think that could actually go up to tier one with Red Eye Zombie and with Cyber Angels. To kind of form that triangle because most card games fall into a triangle where it's like the super aggressive glass cannon deck, which in this case would be Cyber Angels, and then the mid range, which is the Red Eye Zombie, and then the control deck, which could be the Ancient Gear. And it
yeah,
would kind of work in a way where like Ancient Gear would usually beat out Cyber Angels. Cyber Angels would usually beat out Red Eye Zombie, and Red Eye Zombie would usually beat out Ancient Gear.
yeah, that's the thing about Pulse Mine because it helps against those matchups because it stops them because it windstorms the entire turn whenever
Mm-hmm.
they special summon. So even if they attack, like I remember one game I was playing Red Eyes against Ancient Gears, and I attacked and he pulse mine, and I would have had game if he didn't pulse mine because I could have spirit for game, but I can't because he was just gonna switch to defense.
Yeah, which speaking of Spirit, that's actually something that kind of I've seen a lot, especially playing Red Eye Zombie in the first round of the KC Cup because I didn't get the Cyber Angel cards until like the second round of it.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I just drank a half can of
Yeah.
Coke over here. So professional. This is the professionalism that you get on my channel. This is why I don't monetize my videos. Um. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, you can kind of see the difference in the level of players when you see the players that kind of flip their spirits right away before even going into battle phase to get as much beatdown as they can when they don't need it, and then walk
Yeah.
right into a wall of disruption and their entire field gets nuked. You know.
Yeah, I got into the habit of never playing Spirit by itself because one, I don't want it to get floodgated. So if you chain it to something, I usually chain it to stuff. That's usually how you're supposed to play it because you don't want to
Yeah.
be floodgated. That sucks.
Yeah. But then also on the other thing, if you play it too early, then again you can walk right into the wall of disruption.
Yeah,
Whereas if you attack in and then your opponent flips their wall of disruption, okay, so you lost one red eyes and then just spirit back another one. You know.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm like
Yeah,
breathing all of a sudden.
Spirit, it has to be a reactive card, not a proactive card.
Yeah,
You have to play it as a reactive card.
yeah. I mean, when you overextend, just like in real Yu-Gi-Oh, you lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go for flash, you end up you end up getting destroyed. Um. So, what do you think about the Sacred Phoenix deck right now? I'm kind of like in a weird spot with it because I kind of feel like it's been power creeped out, but I think it's still a platinum level deck. But I'm not sure if it's almost like, to me at least, the worst or maybe second worst of the platinum level decks.
Well, I personally think that deck is really strong. It just loses to it loses to Red Eyes and Cyber Angels. It
Mm.
has a better matchup against Red Eyes, but it gets destroyed by Cyber Angels. And
Yeah,
but
it's
I
especially
still
because
think it's a
because
really strong deck.
Dakini doesn't destroy, just sends.
Yeah, yeah, that's why Dakini is just ridiculous. The
Yeah,
fact that it sends, but I mean they're getting another Fire King card, Barag, which is when it's destroyed, it gets to search for any Fire King card. So you get the Fire King Island a little bit faster.
yeah,
It's an
or
1800 beater. It's cool.
yeah. So I mean, you have that, and then you can search out the island, or if you need to, the Yaksha. So
Yeah. Yakuza is a really good card in that deck.
now the Fire King cards, they're all Beast Warriors, right? So they benefit from the Fire formations that's coming out.
Can you repeat that?
The Fire Kings, they're all Beast Warriors, so they benefit from the Fire formation cards that's coming out, right?
Yeah, they
Okay.
do.
Which
The which
which
we're
I'm
getting Gaioku, which is a really good card.
which I'm sorry if I didn't say this earlier in the video. This is being recorded on Tuesday, the 28th. I think that the new pack comes out on Thursday. This video is going up on Friday.
Yeah, it's
So
coming
so
out.
so the pack will be out a day before this video goes up. But um,
Can we talk about the new pack a little bit?
I actually wanted to wait until the end, unless there's cards in there that you want or that you think would affect the current decks right now.
Whether that will affect the meta?
Yeah, I mean the decks are currently in the meta right now because I mean I have a list of three decks that I want to speculate on from the new pack, but I kind of want to get through the current stuff first.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
yeah, but what do you think about the Parasite Lava Golem Burn deck that's been going around? Because I've seen that a lot recently. Like holy shit, I see that. I probably see that more than Cyber Angels right now. It's not as
I,
good, but I see it a lot.
I think that deck is cancer. It's the definition of cancer because like first of all, it's a trash deck because that's why there's so many in Legend. Like if you ever try to go the King game and you're in Legend, all you can do is play against burn decks because it's 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 good enough where it can get to Legend because it beats out a lot of beatdown decks and cheaper decks that are around there. But it ultimately is very inconsistent and it just ends up losing. That's why I always get stuck in Legend.
Yeah. Well, then I've now learned from experience that whenever I'm facing that deck, unless I'm going for lethal, do not have two Dakinis on the field because every single time I get lava golemed every time. So,
Yeah, I
but
agree. Those decks you have to really be careful with how many monsters you're.
yeah, but yeah, I've been seeing it a lot. I kind of consider it the new Taya burn, where people I think are playing it because the games are really quick. So if you lose a game, it's not a big deal because you still have a lot more time to keep playing. Whereas a deck like say Red Eyes or Cyber Angels or Raging Gear, if you lose a game, it's usually a 5 or 6 minute game, or at least the burn game is like 2 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
so I think that has that appeal. But I've been seeing it a lot. It's really just been annoying the hell out of me. So
Yeah, but they're playing. Well, Taylor's interesting, but they're using Taylor for like a lot of different things. Like, I think Taylor has the cost zero thing,
yeah.
and use that with Cyberstein, or like they use it with the Holy Guard and Gladiator Beast.
Oh, actually, the
That's a
Cyberstone
pretty cool deck.
actually reminds me. I've another deck when I add on probably into the gold tier.
The Cyberstein.
Well, it reminded me of another deck 'cause I've seen it used to cheese out another card,
Huh.
but we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. Um,
Okay.
Naturias, would you still call them a top tier deck?
I think Interiors is probably one of the best cheap decks besides Ancient Gears.
Mm-hmm.
But
But would you
it,
say that it's still like say a platinum contender, or would it fall down to like say gold tier?
yeah, I think gold because even when I first started dueling, that was the first deck I made in Interiors, and I couldn't pass gold with it because I just kept losing to everything,
Yeah,
like all these more superior decks.
like
It it,
like
it bricks harder than Cyber Angels,
I was just gonna say
and
that. I was just gonna say if you think Cyber Angels brick, play Naturias for a day.
yeah, you will lose your hair, man. That deck bricks so many times.
Yeah. There are two other decks I had written down for platinum that I think kind of people forgot about. I think that they're still platinum tier decks, but they just have like fallen off the map. First one being Tunes. I have not faced Tunes in like 3 months.
Yeah, I think I faced like one.
Yeah, but I mean I played Tunes all throughout the season. Which did you start back
Mm.
in Rookie this season, or were you back in Legend or Platinum or whatever
Yeah,
at the start of the season? Were you in Rookie or were you in like Legend or whatever?
I started this season.
Yeah.
I got put down to plat four.
Okay, yeah, I started in rookie for some reason. I ended in plat two. I'm sorry, in legend two, and then started at rookie one. But I played tunes all the way up to platinum two. I think I'm at now. Or platinum one. I played tunes almost the entire way up.
Yeah, since you're a tune player, is there a reason why they don't play Mimicat? It
Um,
seems like a really good card.
Honestly, I completely forgot that it even existed.
Yeah, you
What
could
is it?
like set your opponent's card. And that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
let me see what it does here. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now. Uh,
It says if you have a tune, you need Tune World and a Tune Monster, and you could set either a monster or a spell and trap card from their graveyard to your side of the field.
okay. My issue with it only is that tunes tend to kind of win by turn two or three, so it's kind of slow, especially where you aren't attacking their cards, or aside from Toon Barrel Dragon, you aren't destroying anything on their field. So I would rather just kind of just kind of focus on the main kind of thing. But my deck isn't really optimal yet, I don't think, because I was breaking a little bit. Um, I mean it's a good deck, but I kind of focus more on the level seven stuff like the Toon Barrel Dragons and the Toon Buster Blader. Are you still there, or did you just die out? Yeah.
Hello?
Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
that's all good. I got scared there for a second. Um,
Yeah, somebody called me.
oh. But yeah, I think that my deck could probably use some work. I could probably fit in a Mimicat and just test it out later. At the end of the season or something when I can't really get much higher because I want to try to get to at least Legend. I spent the first 20 days of the season just playing in the KC Cup. So I got up from rookie one to platinum two in like 8 days.
Huh.
But I'm gonna try to get into at least legend. And after that, I might try and mimic it and see how it works. So,
Okay.
um, how about ice barriers?
Ice barriers are really good. I think. I mean, there's plenty of decks that are pretty good. They're just inconsistent, and ice barrier falls under that category, in my opinion. Like, it's a really strong deck. It's just it's not consistent.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I feel like ice barriers are like Manchuria that they can brick very easily,
Yeah,
but they used
exactly.
but they used to be considered the top of the top. I think that they were even played at Worlds this year, but just all of a sudden they just vanished, and I don't think that they got power crept out because the only new deck really since then that's been high impact has been Cyber Angels. So although
Uh,
granted so did Tunes, I think Tunes were also at Worlds this year, and both of those decks just kind of people just forgot about them.
yeah, because Cyber Angels they hard count their tunes, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, because Dakini sends again, it doesn't destroy. So
Yeah,
yeah, so
and it can't protect them.
Toon Kingdom doesn't protect him.
Yeah, exactly. And then, oh, well, how do you feel about Gladiator Beast?
I want this deck to be good so badly. You know me. You know I love Gladiator Beast.
So do I.
I
Yeah.
want this deck to be good so badly, but it just isn't. It
Well,
needs Test Tiger or Gyzaris or God, what's it called? Or Darius. Any of those three, I think would bump this thing up to at least a platinum level deck.
there's another card. I feel like there's another GB. Well, if they have Retiari, I feel like the deck would be really good. They need Retiari as well because
It
Retiari hard counters everything.
Yeah, I would say that Red ER would make it a very good anti-meta deck
Yeah.
rather than a meta deck. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because when I was playing Gladiator Beast and I got up to Legend 3 with it, and ever like there's so many games where I would have won if Retiari existed,
yeah,
where I
but
was just like was salty about it. But
yeah, I want that deck to be so good, and I haven't played it yet. I haven't actually gotten all the cards for it. I think I did get like a prismatic Heraclinos though. I'm actually gonna check that. I think I do have a prismatic Heraclinos.
yeah, I
But
have Hercules is a really good card too. It's hard to summon, but when you do get him out, you pretty much win the game.
yeah, and I was wrong. Mine isn't prismatic unfortunately. Yeah,
Oh
I mean, I already have that, which is the hardest card to get because I think the rest of the deck is like rares and I think Andal's a super, but I mean, you probably wouldn't even play Andal anyway.
well, Laquari is a Sig rare.
Oh, is he? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and SDRE as well.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I'm wrong. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I've just been kind of getting other packs. I sent you a screenshot today where I had 10 packs left to get the Wall of Disruption, and that was the only card I was still missing from that set.
Yeah. I I got my red eye. I got the second red eye zombie that I needed in the last pack
Yeah,
of
they
Prince.
I ended up getting my second Wall of Disruption, and it was my second to last pack of that set, but it paid off because it was a prismatic Wall of Disruption.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
So I was like, you know what? That's frustrating, but I'll take it. So,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
yeah, I want the deck to be good. I really do. I so wish it was better. Uh, it pains me
Like
because I play against it and I'm like, it has so much potential. It really does. I think a big issue too is the lack of a main phase two.
yeah,
I think that's hurting the deck more than anything because I mean at least with if you had a main phase two, you can tag out and then fuse into either Heraclinus or into oh god what's his name Esidari
SDRE. Yeah.
to at least have a big beater on board.
See, well, that's why I don't think Darius will make an impact at all because there is no main phase two, so you can't really capitalize on that Darius.
Yeah, I think you're right completely there. I forgot about that for a couple minutes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a deck I really want to see good, but I just don't think it's gonna be without a main phase two because so many of the plays in that deck came from main phase two.
Yeah, if
So
if it if it if it ever gets Gyzaris, the deck would be really good.
it would be better, but I mean, there would be a lot of plays where you would tag out, going out of the battle phase, and then in main phase two you fuse into Geysaris to pop things on the field.
Yeah, because when I was playing Glider Beast, I actually played two anti magic arrows because like that into double bestiary is just so broken.
That's just evil, dude. What the hell?
And I
You
was just
stop their
thinking
back
like
row and then you break their back row. What the hell's wrong with you?
I love doing it, man. And I'm thinking like if Gyzaris was around and you went into Gyzaris and anti magic arrows and then tag into two monsters, two bestiaries or two whatever,
Yeah,
it's just
or
you're destroying up to like four cards right there.
yeah, or
I think
like a Laquari and then a Rediari. That'd be great.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, maybe getting Gazaris would be good. I'm not sure if you can get Test Tiger. That might be too much. Test Tiger might break the deck.
I agree. Even if we only get one, I mean, because you can literally tag into anything at the time. You could even tag it into the same GBs that you use to tag in. So it's like it's a really it's that
Yeah,
made GBs broken. So
yeah,
in the TCG,
because that could make that because that then all of a sudden you're dead. What's it called? Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. Ramillo in hand. That now becomes just a free pop something in the tag later.
yeah.
So.
What we
Um,
really need is Cold Wave Cat and two Sam Knights.
do you want this to be a tier zero format?
I was actually talking to my friend about Cold Wave today, and if it came, um, it would be a very interesting
Yo,
card because it wouldn't help
that
Cyber Angels; it would hurt them.
yeah, but that actually reminds me in the TCG there was like some actually I should say in the OCG there was like some leaked ban list things. Pot agrees on there at one.
That's crazy.
I know. Like how fucked up is your meta when Pot agreed is going to one?
Yeah, that's OTG, man. TCG don't like cards like that. So
Yeah, I mean to be fair, Pot agreed. You know, in a format where they have where they have Spiral at full power, +1, who the fuck cares? The Spiral deck just went like +12 in one turn.
yeah. Wait, does the OCG have Spiral in full power?
Oh yeah,
Okay, because I know it got emergency hit in TCG.
it wasn't an emergency hit because they announced that we were getting a ban list in November, like when the September list came out. But the list would only hit Spiral, so it kind of looks like an emergency list. But I don't think it was because I think that they had
I
planned on
I feel like it was
it.
because I didn't think they were gonna. Because yeah, they said November, but like they did it so fast. Like after the first event.
Yeah, yeah. They were like, okay, Spirals, you've got to calm down. We've seen you in Japan.
Yeah, they just wanted us to get the chance with it so they could make some money.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but it's still the top deck right now. I think it still took like 8 of the top 16 at Prague or something like that. So
yeah, the TCG is all screwed up, man.
yeah, but
Like there's
but
no such thing as a meta deck anymore. It's bad.
yeah, but anyway, but back to dueling because at this point we're getting too far off topic. Um, Another deck I had listed here was Silent Magician because I've been seeing it a lot, especially in gold. What do you think of that deck? Like as a lower tier deck?
I don't like it. I think Horus is far superior to that.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with you there. The only thing is that by the time that you can build Horus, you should be above that point where you're playing a Horus deck. Because I don't think Horus is very good either. Um,
Yeah,
so I think that by that point you should be above that, or at least Silent Magician comes in a mini box, so it's cheaper to build.
true.
So, but I mean, I've seen it a lot, and I think that it was really good until this pesky little card came out named Dakini.
Yeah, it's not even only that. It was wall disruption as well. Like that completely
Yes.
killed the deck.
Oh yeah. That just slaughtered the deck. Wall Disruption actually changed a lot. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's an okay card, but I mean Mirror Wall's also really good. So I mean they're kind of like interchangeable. Now I'm like, oh, Mirror Wall, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I mean, I like Mirror Wall a little better just because you can damage step it.
Yeah,
But wall disruption really it really disrupts like plays and
Yeah, like the thing with Mirror Wall is that A, as you said, you can play it during damage step, or B, against ancient gears is not a dead card. Excuse
Exactly.
me.
That's
So
yeah. That's another thing.
yeah,
Like wall disruption is just horrible against them.
yeah. What do you think about Blue Eyes as a deck? I mean, it has a lot of support, but it's not consistent in my opinion. I mean, you can get Kaiba Man, you have Kidmodo Dragon, you have the Summoner or the Blue Eyes Sorcerer or whatever it is to search it out, but it's not. I mean, you have Mausoleum and now Ancient Rules, but it's just not good.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Blue Eyes is not very good right now. I don't think it ever will be. It's just that the support cards are not as good. Well, in Duel Links anyway, not as good as like Red Eyes or something. Because Komodo Dragon is really bad in my opinion, and Kaiba Man is it's good, but it's a -1, and I don't think it
It's
really.
it's a it's a -1, yeah, but it's also in a format where outside of Cyber Angels, there isn't really much that can deal with a Blue Eyes aside from Wall of Disruption.
Yeah,
Um,
but see that's the thing. Like all these decks are playing heavy back row now. We're all playing Wall Disruption. We all play Econ.
yeah, well,
Some people
especially
still
Econ.
play. Yeah, some people still play Super Rush Headslog.
Yeah, which it's so funny that Super Rush came out and completely power crept out. What's it called? The card that made
Vortex
Vanillas
Rush.
viable. Yeah, that one. It
Yeah.
completely power crept that out, and now like a month later, it's gone already.
Yeah, I still see people play it though. I still play it in certain control decks. I played it in GBs even though it didn't get their effects, but I feel like it's a really good card. It really gets over a lot of issues. But with
Yeah.
Cyber Angels and Dakini, it fucks up that too. So
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, including myself, thought that it might like creep out Econ, but where Cyber Angels are so oppressive, you need three Econs to tribute and take their Dakini when they activate the Dakini effect.
yeah,
So
and I mean, sorry, enemy controller is definitely the best like -1 card. I mean, the second best like -1 card.
yeah,
The first
I
one is Book of Moon.
yeah, I was just gonna say, hey, we have Book of Moon. I mean, not yet, but there is Book of Moon, all right.
Yeah,
although,
Book of
al-
Moon being the first best card, but
although
enemy
although
controller is
although although we did get Book of Taiyu in the last pack, so Book of Moon might be coming.
I
So
think Book of Moon is way too strong of a card. To be honest, it's way too
uh,
versatile. It does so much stuff.
is it really though? Because I mean, we have three econs, so if we got Book of Moon at one, like say as like a level up reward, I don't think that would be that bad. Because I mean, what does Book of Moon do that econ doesn't do?
That is true, but Econ keeps the monsters face up, and that could matter depending on if they have effects or not.
But I mean, what monsters are there right now where flipping it face down would really screw it over?
Huh. I guess not. I can't think of one, to be
I
honest.
I mean, I'm sure that there's something, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. So I
Yeah.
I could see
Well,
it
I mean,
coming in, but
it can stop stuff like Cyber Sign and stuff because we don't have priority. So
that is true.
it can
Uh,
stop stuff like that activate that.
Yeah, yeah. So like um um ignition effects.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I'm trying to think of what aside from Cybersun, what good ignition effects that there are right now. I mean, there's Wyvern, but Wyvern
Oh, it
is
shuts
Wyvern
down
ignition or trigger from the
Wyvern.
graveyard? Yeah, is that considered ignition or trigger from the graveyard?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's a trigger though.
It might be.
But it also Bookemon also shuts down Charge and Electro hard.
Yes, that is true. I'll give you that. Okay, you win. You win this round.
But because of that, now I want Bookemon because I hate Charge.
Well, I mean, I was gonna go to Electro in a minute, but I mean, you already mentioned it. So the Electro beatdown deck that you texted me about, um, I still see that kind of being played a little bit, especially with what's it called? Sleight of hand, I think it is. The Keith skill for seven
Oh,
completeds. I see
okay.
that. I see that being played every now and then. Especially again in gold. As I was going through, it's fairly effective. I wouldn't
Really
call
is.
it. I wouldn't call it. platinum or legend level decks, but it can get you places in gold. I mean, you'll probably get two platinum one with it.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much beats every deck except Red Eyes and Cyber Angels because like you have a card that's shutting down your back rows, and then they play shit like blocker, not blocker, boxer.
Hmm.
So and then now they have pulse mine as well.
Yeah.
So
Although to be fair, it kind of loses to Sacred Chicken as well as Ancient Gears
that is true.
as decks. Their entire thing, like a lot of it, is just about protecting their Electro. Well, if you pop off a Sacred Chicken, good luck with that Electro.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I mean, yeah, I mean it's definitely a contender. But what do you
Yeah,
have you seen any of those like DMOC decks like the 3SD Dark Magician DMOC kind of things?
kind of. I seen like the well, I want to call it Monarchs, but it's not really Monarchs. But it has like Treeborn Frog and Soulless Chains and
Yeah,
Demock and all that stuff. That looks
yeah,
pretty good.
I've been seeing it. I haven't played it yet because I don't have. I actually just got my second DMOC, and I think that most people play two in that deck. I
Yeah.
want to try it. I don't think it's going to be a top tier deck, but I want to try it as like a fundy deck.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's a three card combo for a card that really isn't that impactful right now. Which I didn't even know that Demon got in Errata. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be really bad for the game. I was like, oh wait, now it activates in the end phase. That's unique.
Yeah, I didn't know. I forgot. I didn't realize that either when I first saw it.
Yeah. So the thing about Demon though is that Demon hard counters Red Eye Zombie if you get it out.
It does.
So it doesn't really do too much of Cyber Angels, but Cyber Angels can't beat over it either. So
No, but they could Dakini
that
it.
is true.
It's always
Dakini.
down to Dakini.
Dakini, the bane of all decks. Maybe I should put Dakini back to three.
Yeah.
um, holy cow! I just got like a four paragraph text message. Um, so this like actually came to mind because I was looking through your replays the other day because I was bored
Okay.
and I saw you playing Exodia. So
Uh,
what do you think of Exodia right now?
I think Exodia is really fun to use. I mean, I don't think it's like really good because the list I play is like with the Red Eyes engine, and it plays like I'm supposed to be playing the Jester and the Wonder Wands with the blue Dragon Summoner.
Hmm.
The deck can be consistent, but it bricks so much.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of just the shtick with Exodia. I
Yeah.
I almost wonder, and this might sound really strange, so I'll explain. I almost wonder if a 35, with the Grandma's card, if a 35 card Exodia deck would be more consistent, because you have less bricks, because those Exodia pieces are bricks, especially in the early game. So I wonder if having more cards to use to kind of get you through your deck might work a bit better.
I can see why you would say that, but I don't really know cards that you can actually put in that can actually help that. Like
Yeah, I'm not
it's,
sure
it's
right
not
now.
it's not a lot of draw cards or anything like that. There's not too many engines you can play. The Red
Yeah,
Eyes is pretty much the only draw engine in the game. I think
yeah.
the most consistent one.
Yeah, but like maybe like in the future we could potentially see a bigger Red Eyes deck, or I'm sorry, a bigger Exodia deck that kind of works.
Yeah, if we had more than one Destiny draw and like we had ways to search for the Destiny heroes, that would be cool too.
Yeah, which if you have time later, like after we speculate, there's actually another cheese deck that I want to talk to you about, but
Is it
um
EDT?
kind of it's like the DDT that has like it uses my
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
aroma
I seen
thing, and
like
then it plays like three death croakings and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah. That's a really cool deck. I would play it.
I want to play it, but I don't have Destiny Draw. I don't have any Diamond dudes yet. Destiny Draw is I think in Aster level 40 or something
Yep,
like that.
he is.
So I'm like, oh, that's so much grinding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that for a while.
I agree.
What do you think about Ojamas?
Uh, Ojama. When it first came out, I seen a lot of it. I was playing against a lot of it, and I think it's a really cool deck. I mean, that Ojama King, man, that guy is no joke. If you get the first turn, like every deck pretty much loses to that. But
Yeah,
I think it's a good deck. It's just inconsistent. But most of these decks are really good. They're, like I said before, they just have consistency issues.
yeah. I was in, I think it was in the KC Cup. Somebody turn one opened Poly, and then the three different Ojamas. I was so salty. I'm like, are you freaking joking?
well, just today I was playing against the Cyberstein deck, and he summoned Cyberstein. He paid 5,000. He playing life boost, and he summoned the Ojama King. But I was playing Weevil. I was playing the Parasite skill with Red
Oh,
Eyes, and
with,
he
with
lost
with
his
red
skill.
eyes.
Yeah, I just do it for because a lot of people just quit. Like it's a really good way to just get free wins. And not only that, Parasite, the ability itself is really not that bad. Especially I was playing it in Gladiator Beast too, because it gives them a free tag and
Yeah,
it's a dead card minus 1,000. It's a pretty good skill. I think it's a really good skill. It's just
yeah. I can see that. I can see that having a lot of use in Gladiator Beasts.
yeah,
So
and plus a lot of people just quit when they see Weevil. So many people.
yeah, but Ojama's it's another deck I really want to be good. It's actually why I'm working on leveling up Joey right now. Is for the his heart of the underdog card.
Oh, okay.
I want that deck to be so good because it's just it shouldn't be good. It's such a stupid deck. It's such a stupid concept, but it's so good. It's so funny to pull it off.
You know, speaking of like dumb decks like that, how do you feel about the the coin flip deck with Joey?
Oh, with his luck on my side skill or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah, that always lands on heads. Yep.
Oh god, I hate that deck. When he's down to the point where that triggers, and I see him pull out like a twin barrel dragon, and I'm like, oh, I hate you. I hate you more than anything in the world right now.
Yeah.
That or I was I got him down to like I think it was like 350 or something like that, and he had no cards in hand. I had like 400 life points myself. He tops into a time wizard.
Oh my god.
I'm like, are you joking me right now? I was so mad.
Yeah, against that deck, I purposely just wait and see if I could OTK them. But then they have that monster that if they flip tails, they lose 1,000.
hmm
So like they'll just summon him and just keep using him, and they don't care if they.
Yeah. So it's that's the kind of deck that just makes me want to rage quit. Um. Okay, so
Hilarious.
now for a curveball, because this is a deck I've never actually seen played, but it has a ton of support in the game.
Okay.
What do you think about plants?
Huh. My friend's actually making a plant deck right now. Uh, they're pretty. Well, honestly, I don't really have an opinion yet because, like you said, I haven't really seen anyone play it. But um, when my friend was building the deck, he's it feels like they could be good because that Rose Lover like is
Yeah.
pretty good card.
Well, I mean, like right now, I would call plants card trader deck because like everything in that deck comes from the card trader.
Word, that is true.
But that's the kind of deck where like I've been buying out all the plant cards that I can because I can see it being really good, but I don't know if it's gonna be good right now. You know?
Yeah. Well, if we ever get Titanium, maybe
Yeah.
or Sunflower,
Or
hopefully.
or or like spore and global, but that would change everything.
Well, we don't have synchros. I mean, I think Gobo and Spore would just really be
Actually,
used just to tribute summon.
actually, there was a data mine. I want to say last month or the month before where someone found some synchros in there like Stardust and Goyo.
Ah, well, we're definitely not getting those regardless.
I
But
really hope we don't. I do not want to see synchros right now. It is too soon for synchros.
Yeah, if Synchro didn't come out, it means we're gonna get the 5Ds world, which would be cool.
Yeah, but which actually now that we're getting ready to start speculating, what do you think would be less damaging to the game right now? Would it be synchros or exceeds?
Synchros.
They would be less damaging.
There is way too many cards that special summon other monsters from the from the hand right now in the game
Okay, that's true.
at
Yeah, because
level 4.
I was thinking, with like such a small field, it might be harder to get out exceeds, but at the same time, it would also be harder for synchros. But you have decks like the Red Zombie that can spam out level 8 synchros.
Yeah.
So
Well, level 7. And then you got like you got shit like that Gemini card that summons a level 4 Gemini monster from the
yeah,
hand. You got
oh god,
the
what's that
cadet.
card? What's that card called? That's like that like 500 right? The like level 2.
No, I'm talking about the 1804 star, the card trader. He was in the crawler event, I believe. Gemini Gemini summoner or some shit like that.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, well,
But,
there's a bunch of other cards that, and plus you have hundreds.
yeah, hundreds will be really good with
Yeah, hundreds
exceeds.
would definitely be really good.
Yeah,
'Cause they were good in the TCG because of Exceed. So
yeah, like I just got I think my second Bro Hunter, and I'm like I really want to build this deck, but it's so expensive for such a shit deck.
yeah, it really is.
So which actually one last deck before we go into speculating. Gemini's. What do you think?
Uh, they're cool. I mean, I don't really. I haven't really played against them that much. I played against them every time I played against them. It was an easy win, to be honest. I don't really think that deck is very good
Yeah,
ever.
I think that's the kind of deck where people like I think the Gemini's are kind of the same thing for most people as Gladiator beasts are to me. Where I want it to be good, I really do, but it's just not good. And I think that's how Gemini's are, where people just want them to be really good, and they're just not good.
You know, speaking of that, there is a card, there is a deck that I really want to be good, and I think a lot of people want it to be good. And in Duel Links and the TCG, it has really good support, like really broken support, but it's just never good. And that's Crystal Beast.
I can't see them being good though in Duel Links because we don't have enough zones.
No, I agree.
Although I would like some kind of ability. I don't know how it would be made, but some sort of ability that allows you to put two extra crystal beasts in your spell and trap card zones.
That would be cool. I mean, I'd rather just start with the Rainbow City thing, field spell,
That
whatever.
that could work too. I'm not sure. Like I'm just trying to figure out a way to make crystal beasts playable at least, because right now they're not even playable. Have them be playable without breaking every other deck in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, if you just had a skill that just gave you two more spell and trap card zones, every deck could play it. So it has to be exclusive to Crystal Beast. I'm not sure how to do that.
Oh yeah, I don't want to see Sergeant Electro set 5.
Yeah, screw that.
Like, it's crazy because Sergeant Electro is literally like Thunder King in this game. In my like, you know what I mean? It's very
Yeah.
similar because
Although on the same token, if we had five spell and trap card zones, would Sergeant Electro even be played anymore? Because part of what makes it
oh,
so good is that we're so limited on zones.
you put it that way, yeah, that is true.
But, but no, I mean just imagine. Oh, my opponent activated an Ancient Gear Castle set 4 and passed. This is gonna be a long game.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so now it's time to start speculating. So you wanted to start talking about the new pack first. So which decks would you want to talk about first?
Well, I was looking at Six Samurais, and first of all, I want to say, thankfully, they didn't give any of the Six Samurais like a special summon themselves.
I don't know. I was as soon as I saw the cover art was Sheehan, I was like, oh, this is the end of it. And then I looked and was like, okay, there's no legendaries in this set. I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's what I was very happy about. Thankfully, they didn't put Grandmaster. Grandmaster's
Uh,
ridiculous.
that would have been so stupid because then Then turn one, you just go Zanji, Grandmaster, Sheehan. There's a full field, and you have lethal on board in turn one.
Exactly. Seeing like it's not that hard to get two monsters. I feel like a control deck would be really good with six Sam.
Oh yeah, I think Six Samurai might be the next tier one control deck. If they do anything at all, they're either gonna be like a tier one control deck, or they might be like a high level gold kind of deck. Like I don't see them having a lot like a high ceiling,
Yeah, because
but
Ancient Gear
as
beats them.
yeah, but like as a control deck, they might be able to beat out Ancient Gear. I'm not sure specifically because Zanji can beat out um Golem if you have another Six Samurai in the field.
Yeah, that is true.
So like I think the Six Samurais are being really overhyped. Like like if you're looking on oh excuse
Reddit.
me. Actually, I've never even been on Reddit.
Okay.
But I mean, like I saw like a video on YouTube, which is actually where I found out about the pack when I sent it to you, where all the comments are like, oh, this is it, Six Samurais are gonna ruin the game, blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't think that they're that good. I
Yeah.
mean, they're gonna be a good deck. It's gonna be the kind of deck where you can invest and just buy the pack if you're just starting off, and have decent levels of success in PvP. But it's not gonna be like a tier one contender. It might be able to beat some of the tier one decks, especially other control decks, but I can't see it beating out decks like Sacred Phoenix, like Toons. Oh, excuse
Oh
me.
yeah.
I definitely can't see it beating out Red Eyes or Red Eyes Zombie or Cyber Angel.
Or definitely not Cyber Angels.
Cyber
Because
Angel. Because again, Cyber Angel doesn't destroy, so you can't even cheese it with the six Samurai FX.
exactly. But the another thing is that even though Sheehan locks him down to one spell and trap, um, they that kind of forces them to Dakini immediately. So that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So
Because if they don't have Dakini, then they can't summon it that turn.
yeah, although on the same token, if they don't have Dakini, then they could still go Machine Angel Ritual Tribute Edaton for Benton. I think then at that point Benton can beat over Sheehan, can't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be a fun matchup to watch, but I think that it's really heavily in the Cyber Angels' favor.
Yeah, I agree.
But is it?
Cyber Angels ruin everything.
Yeah, I know. I would be at this point. I think I would be in favor of hitting Ben 10 or something with Cyber Angels to kind of just kill that deck off. But I don't know.
Huh.
um. But yeah, I mean, so do you think that Six Samurais could be like a platinum or legend contender, or
Yeah, I think the highest. I mean, I can see somebody getting KOG with it, but I don't think it's gonna be any like tier one or anything. Maybe tier two. You know, the control variant anyway.
well, do you think
But
that it could be the kind of deck that gets the King of Games as like a meta call, by playing specifically anti meta cards against Red Eyes Zombie and Cyber Angels?
yeah, I think so. That's the way you have to play. You have to play that as a control anti meta deck.
Yeah, that could be pretty good. Although, are there any cards in there that are there are there any cards that can be played in that deck that really can't be played in other control decks?
Uh,
Because the Six Samurai core I think is, while it's relatively large, you don't really need a lot of samurais. I mean, I think for the most part, people are gonna play Iroh and Zanji, and that'll probably be it. Plus Shien and maybe Inishi. Yeah, I think Inishi can pop monsters in the field, can't it?
Anishi's pretty cool. So
Do you think the hand's going to see a lot of play? Because hand's like one of those cards that I'm kind of afraid of breaking the game, but you need to have other monsters in the field, so I'm not sure how it's gonna do.
yeah, hand is not good because it's none of the legendary samurais, so you can't really normal special.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I mean, hand is, in my opinion, hand is pretty much the same category as Exile Force,
Yeah,
where it's kind of cool, but
yeah. I think personally, I'll probably play one hand just to kind of have it as an option, but it'll
yeah,
probably be the kind of thing that gets cut out for other like non-engine cards.
I would definitely play DD Warrior in that deck as well.
Yeah. Did I see Sheehan's smoke signal when I was going through that pack? I think I did.
The reinforcement of the army?
Yeah, for Six Samurai.
No, I don't. No, no
Hold
way.
on, hold on. I'm looking at it right now. Oh
But that
no,
would definitely be a
that
guest
that
star,
that was Sheehan's Castle of the Mist. I saw.
huh?
No, I saw Sheehan's Castle of the Mist and thought it was Sheehan's smoke signal.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that would
So,
have been terrible if that was in there.
so we're getting a call of the haunted for level 4 lowers, which is pretty cool.
Which one is that? I didn't even know. Oh,
Powerful
that's powerful
rebirth.
rebirth, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
that's a cool card. Oh, and this pack, I believe, will bring a birth to another deck. It already exists, but I think it make it better. Trap monsters,
Um.
because I'm
I'm still hesitant, but I think Tiki Curse could be a step in that direction.
yeah, especially I'm pretty sure we're getting Wind Dragon and Raw, so
Yes.
it'd be kind of cool to see a trap monster deck with Wind Dragon and Raw.
Well, there's a video that I can send you later, but there's a video I saw where there's actually like voice data in the game for Yami Yugi playing all three of the Egyptian god cards.
Oh wow!
So
I hope we don't get Obelisk. Obelisk is actually pretty good.
yeah, Obelisk
I
I
love
think is, yeah, is the
Obelisk.
one that's really good because I mean Slifer, in theory Slifer could be really good, but the hand sizes start so small and it's very easy to get
Yeah,
down on low to a small hand.
yeah,
And I
Slifer's
and I think that Raw's like actual like TCG effect could make it useful but not great.
yeah. I think I think Obelisk is the best one because Obelisk does a lot of stuff, but I don't think it'll be that good in Duel Links though.
Yeah. Um. So one deck that's getting support that I was not expecting is Harpies. What do you think of this
Yeah.
Harpy support?
I think it's good because they need more support, man. Because now their skill got nerfed.
Yeah, which I didn't think that the nerf was that bad to it, but at the same time, immediately stopped playing it, so maybe it was.
Yeah, but you don't start with it, and the fact that Harpy's hunting ground is you can destroy itself then, and then like I don't know, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
But oh, and dinosaurs finally got Sabersaurus.
Yeah. I actually I was just looking at my card real quick before I asked you about dinosaurs. Yeah, I could have sworn that there was like a Super Rex event to get some evolution pill.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember which one it was, and I got all the cards from the Rex event, but I can't remember the card was. I can't find it. But it was
Uh,
something like you contribute a dino to special summon a different dino with like a higher level.
yeah,
Like it
I
was
know what
very
you're talking
specific. I can't remember what the level requirement was though.
about.
But
I'm not sure.
but if it's if it's something that could summon Tyranno, then you think that Tyranno could see play? Because that's what, a level 8. Yeah, that's a level 8. Uh, 3,300 that does burn damage.
Man, if he was level 7, it would be crazy. It'd be,
If he was level 7, he'd see play in Paradox Brother decks.
yeah, but I don't think he. If that evolution pill that you say, if that's like if it really can if it can summon him, then maybe. But other than that, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I cannot for the life of me remember what the card was. I'll find it later, and if I find it, I'll leave it in the description of the video or something.
Okay.
But having Sabersaurus, do you think that that could be enough to kind of help, bring Dinos back into at least like a gold or maybe even like low platinum level deck?
Uh,
Because I mean, on the surface, yeah, it's a vanilla, but it's a 2,200, no tribute vanilla.
yeah, but they don't play the vanillas anymore. They play the three hydro Gedons and the Oxygeddon.
You know,
And
you know what? I
I
haven't
guess
even played the deck in so long. I completely forgot that those even existed.
and I guess you could replace the Oxygeddon with Sabersaurus, but it's not a. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. It's only 100 point difference. It still doesn't get over anything, like red eyes or anything. So I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. I mean, I could see it potentially being used in just lower tier stuff. But I mean, as you said, there, there's already the Oxygenon. I mean, I personally have three Destroyer Sources as well. But I mean, for a newer player, I could see this being used with the Oxygenons to kind of have some kind of dinosaur beat deck, but
I
nothing too
agree.
good.
Yeah.
So I just cannot remember what this freaking card was. And it's bugging the hell out of me.
The,
Um, I'm just gonna try to find what this spell card was.
the evolution pill thing.
Oh, here it is. Space time transcendence. You banish two dinos in your graveyard to special summon one from your hand or graveyard whose level equals the total levels of the banished monsters, but the monster can't attack that turn.
Uh,
So you banish two level fours, get out the Tyranno, and I don't know. It doesn't
yeah, I don't know
sound
about.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think it's really gonna work like that.
yeah.
I mean, it's
That
cool,
that's
but
that's just another deck that I really want to see, really good because I play Dinos in real life right now.
no, okay.
So I really want to see that deck be good. But overall, though, what do you think of this new pack? I mean, I feel like like personally, it's the kind of pack that a new player could get. But there's nothing really in here for someone who's already established themselves as getting into those king of game rankings.
I agree. I agree with you. I think there's cool. There's some cool support. Like there's the Hazy Flame stuff. That's pretty cool. I like
Yeah,
Hazy Flame.
yeah,
Uh, then you got Gaioku, which is a really good card, and
yeah.
I think
Would you
Gaioku could
say
be really good in
would
GBs.
would you say that Gaiuku would be the kind of card to get more than one of though? Because with it being a continuous spell and us only having three zones, would you?
Yeah, nah, I think one is fine. And it depends what you're playing. Like if you play that Joey deck with Divorce Raiders, that's a pretty cool deck, pretty cool
Yeah,
card.
yeah. Although wait, no, never mind, never mind. I was about to say that the A Forces does the same thing, but I was like, wait, no, the A Forces only does warriors, I think.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, okay. So now I'm gonna throw another curveball at you, another deck to speculate on.
Okay.
Given the current cards in the game, okay, because this has been a character who has been found in the data leaks, a Bell deck. Considering that we have Doom Shaman, Swing of Memories is a reward from Lexus to level 40. And then the actual Bell cards would probably be somehow related to the Bell character, especially if it's a playable character. You'll probably get at least um the incarnate form through level up, if not the Ultimate Nightmare, because Ultimate Nightmare might be too powerful.
Yeah, as far as I remember, I know Bell is actually really good. It's just it never really had success in the TCG because of inconsistency problems.
Yeah,
But I feel like in a 20 card game and like, yeah, I think it would be some good.
yeah, I because if memory serves, Bell can't be destroyed by battle, and any damage that you take is actually done to your opponent.
Yeah,
And then if it's destroyed by card effect, then you get out the second form, which at the end of each turn will nuke your field. So like I know that when I used to play Bell, because it was like the first somewhat competitive deck I used to play back in I want to say it was still the Dark Arm Return format. Maybe it was Teledad already. I'm not sure which one it was.
huh?
But I mean, a really good combo would be Swing of Memories, bring back Doom Shaman, summon Doom Shaman to get its effect, special summon Bell, and then at the end of the turn, your Swing of Memories will pop your Doom Shaman will pop your Bell, and then Bell gets out the bigger one, which then nukes the field.
Yeah,
So
and that'd be too good.
yeah, although with only one Swing of Memories, that would be very very inconsistent, especially without Foolish Burial too. But
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you think that the Bell could be a deck that we could see in the future?
No, I don't think they'll ever release it. To be honest, just
Yeah, I
because
don't.
It's too good
Yeah, it's
for this format. It's too good.
yeah. I think you're right. I think that Yubel could be the kind of deck that wouldn't be very good. But this at the same time though, there is character data in the game already for Yubel as a character.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you never know. That could just be his deck, because Esperoba had the Jinzo return deck. So
yeah, I was just gonna say the exact same thing. So I wonder if that would be the kind of thing that, and like maybe they would test the waters and see how players react to Yubel as an opponent. Um, but if we were to ever get Yubel as a character, I don't know if we could actually get the Yubel card.
yeah,
So unless they did something to nerf the card, like when we got um Paradox Brothers, they had the ability to get Gate Guardian on turn one, which on paper sounds really good until you realize, well, you get no hand with it, and your three, the Suijin, Sangha, and Kadajin can't attack or use their effects, so it's just a big beat stick for a couple turns. So I don't know if they would do something with Yubel like that, where like maybe you start off with Yubel, but you get no hand, or you only get like one card in your opening hand.
that could be cool. I mean, Gate Guardian is bad.
Yeah, it's a terrible
So
card.
yeah, so but you never know. They might actually. I don't know. There's a lot of cards that I don't want to see in this game.
Yeah. So I was just kind of joking around with my brother-in-law the other day. But what do you think about the idea of getting like just like really broken sets from the TCG, or not sets but cards rather from the TCG, like say, what if we got evenly matched in this game?
See, all right. First of all, evenly matched loses half of its uh utility because there's no main phase two.
Yeah.
But
So that's the
it's
kind of thing that I think could be almost viable because of
almost,
that.
but it's still you can still play it on your main phase one and still even it out. You can still use it as like extension night or something. And I don't know. I don't think it should ever come to the game in both formats.
I don't think that evenly matched should ever been printed. When I first read that thing, I was like, is this a joke?
Yeah, like that, and like 6 cents. Like imagine 6 cents was.
Oh God, that gives me a headache already.
Yeah, no, I would
You
use it in red eyes in like
dude,
seconds.
you would literally be drawing through, up to a third of your deck.
Really? Yeah. Word.
Either you draw like 5 or 6 cards, or you mill like four. Oh no. In red eyes. Oh, I just milled 4 cards in red eyes. I'm so upset.
uh, how do you feel about Lightsworn coming? Like, obviously not the broken ones. Well,
You
they're kind
know,
of broken, so I don't know.
that's actually a good question because with such a limited deck size, I think Lightsworn might be the kind of deck where you play at 30.
Yeah, I agree. It really depends who we get.
Yeah, and at the same time though, only having 3 zones, you can't spam out like a bunch of Lightsworns. You have to kind of always keep in mind about the wolf. We wouldn't get Judgment Dragon, I assume, because that's just disgusting.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. We definitely won't.
so I don't know. I could see it being a viable deck, but it would be different. That could be the kind of deck where every time you see your opponent playing it, they're playing it like a 30 card variant.
Huh.
Which, to that point, what if we got that grass looks greener in Duel Links?
I don't think it would make any impact at all.
I don't think so either, but I could see it being played maybe in Red Eyes.
You have to have less cards, right?
The opponent has to have less cards.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I mean,
so you send from the top of your deck to the graveyard until your deck size equals your opponent's,
yeah. So you start with 30 cards and end up milling like five or
or 10 or whatever.
well, I'm assuming your opening hand.
Yeah, but the opponent also has a opening hand.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. That's it's true.
God, you're so bad at this game.
Yeah, no, horrible.
um, but I mean, there could be a lot of just really fun cards. That I mean, granted, at this point we're way past the state of the meta stuff, and we're just shooting the shit at this point. But
Hmm.
but one last archetype that I would kind of am curious on how it would do, especially without having synchros and stuff.
hmm
Necros,
Necro. Oh,
because you can't really have Kaleidoscope without a bunch of things in your extra deck. So they'll be limited on that front. So that gives them a lot less tribute fodder, and you can't tribute exactly that level. You have to tribute two monsters to get summon them out. I don't know if Necros would see play.
you talking? Those are the ritual monsters, right?
Yeah, they're the ritual monsters that are like kind of ritual versions of synchro monsters.
Yeah, 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 okay, okay. Like the gin lock and everything.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know. Some of them are really broken.
yeah.
Like the
I mean,
Bionic is broken. The
yeah. I mean, like Brio and Trishul are
Trishula,
really good, but
yeah,
they'd be so much harder to summon.
that is true.
And the deck's core is so big. I don't even know how you could really kind of condense that into a 20 card deck.
Yeah,
So I kind of feel like Cyber Angels are the game's version of Necros because Necros wouldn't fit.
that makes sense. That I definitely agree with that sentiment.
So
I can see why you would say that.
yeah, which actually for the people who are still watching in an hour and 12 minutes into this video, there's one last deck that I completely forgot about. Mill.
Oh my god.
I love Mill decks. They're so much fun to play.
And they have the Monarch now. They keep getting more stuff.
But I
And you
run.
know what? Speaking of mill and stall decks, I'm really and like burn decks too. I'm really surprised they're not playing three impenetrable attack.
Yeah, so am I. I haven't seen a single Mill or Burn deck play that.
I mean, it's a Wabaku.
Yeah,
Like I don't understand why not? Because you can use the second effect and you won't take battle damage. So
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
I'm
know.
not sure why it's not. Well, although doesn't it have like a discard cost to it or something?
No.
No. Oh no, I'm thinking of Hollowed Life Barrier. That that's what I'm thinking of. It's essentially a Wabaku with a discard cost.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um.
I seen someone play that instead of impenetrable attack. I'm like,
Yeah. So did
okay.
I. Yeah. So did I. I was like, okay, that's a thing, I guess. But yeah, but like mill decks get beaten down by Cyber Angels, not for the reason that you think. They get beaten down by Cyber Angels because Dakini gives piercing.
Yes, exactly.
So at that point, it's not even about Dakini, sending things to the graveyard. It's about Dakini going, "Oh, I'm still gonna hurt you. I don't give a shit." So, but I love Mill decks. I played Mill. I want to say the end or the midway through the October season, and I just had so much fun with it.
Hmm,
So it's a fun deck. It's not. I don't think it's anything that would really be super competitive, but when it works, it's just funny.
I agree.
So all right. Well, I mean, we've been doing this for almost an hour and 15 minutes. Do you have anything else to add to this, or do you want to call it a night for the recording?
Uh, no, I think I said my piece.
All right. All right. Well, yeah, this should be up on January 1st. I'm not exactly sure what time yet. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully have this set to go up while I'm at work. But yeah, and I'm hoping to get some editing into this to like just put cards on the screen, of the decks we're talking about. But we'll see.
All right.
So, all right, man, it's been fun. Hopefully for next month, hopefully for next month, you Oh my god, I can't speak. Hopefully for next month we can do this again
Oh
with
yeah, definitely.
with a different tier one deck.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. So, all right. Well, YouTube, that was the. Oh god, what am I calling this now? Oh god, this is embarrassing. I forgot what I'm calling this. The state of the meta for December of 2017 and Duel Links. Rate, comment, sub, and we will be back.